This week on KUJH, Kansas gets one step closer to abolishing its tax on groceries.
The Kansas Supreme Court will rule in on whether a new map for congressional candidates in Kansas is unconstitutional.
And the Andover community starts to rebuild after a tornado barreled through the town over the weekend. All that and more on KUJH News.
Live from the studio in Stauffer Flint at the University of Kansas, you're watching KUJH News.
Welcome to KUJH. I'm Johan Marin.
And I'm Olivia Acree. A new bill to eliminate Kansas state sales tax on groceries passed with bipartisan support. Lily O'Shea Becker tells us what that will mean for Kansans.
On Thursday, Kansas state legislators passed a bill with bipartisan support to phase out Kansas's state sales tax on groceries over the next 3 years. Governor Laura Kelly promised to sign the bill immediately, but her and Kansas Democrats are urging Kansas Republicans to compromise and begin the tax decrease as soon as July 1st.
Unfortunately, political partisan games have been played, and things are just really wacky with re-elections coming up.
Because Governor Kelly is facing re-election in November, Kansas Republicans are unlikely to renegotiate. The plan is to reduce the state sales tax on groceries from 6.5% to 4% in January, then to 2% in 2024, and completely eliminate the tax by 2025. Representative Christina Haswood, whose district covers a part of Southeast Lawrence, would like to see the elimination start as soon as possible.
But I believe this issue reaches all the way to all our borders, the rural area and our urban areas, all demographics, young students, young people, to our elderly people.
Governor Laura Kelly projects eliminating the tax would save a Kansas family of four about $500 a year on groceries. But for me, a college student, it would save me about $3 on my weekly groceries.
Welcome, valued customer. Already prepared foods, tobacco, and alcohol will still have a 6.5% state sales tax, and the county and local sales taxes will still remain. This has been Lily O'Shea Becker for KUJH News.
It sounds like we'll be hearing more about this legislation in the next few months.
If passed into law, the state sales tax on groceries would be abolished by 2025 at the latest.
A Wyandotte County judge announced Monday, April 25th that at Astra 2, the proposed redistricting map was unconstitutional. Wyandotte County Court Judge Bill Clapper said the map was clearly drawn in the favor of the Republican Party in an attempt to make the re-election of Democrat U.S. Representative Sharice Davids more difficult.
Wyandotte County Court Judge Bill Clapper said the map was clearly drawn in favor of the Republican Party in an attempt to make the re-election of Democrat U.S. Representative Sharice Davids more difficult.
With the ruling from Clapper, the case will now head to the Kansas Supreme Court. The beginning of oral arguments will begin on Monday, May 16th at 9 a.m.
An EF3 tornado tore through Andover, Kansas last Friday, damaging over 1,000 buildings and homes in its path. There were no fatalities reported, and only 3 people were reported injured. Among the 1,000 structures damaged, it is estimated that 300 to 400 buildings and homes were completely destroyed, leaving some Andover residents and business owners wondering what to do next.
It's really sad. I hate seeing my family cry because they lost everything. I hate that all these things are gone. I keep thinking what now, and I have nothing, but trying to stay positive.
The United Way of the Plains has set up a disaster relief fund that you can donate to that will go towards victims of the tornado. Go to unitedwayplains.org to find out what you can do to donate or help those affected.
During the severe weather last Friday, our weather reporter Halen Wilhite went storm chasing in Harrington, Kansas.
Halen, tell us about those tornadoes that hit Kansas on Friday.
Well, I could certainly tell you it was quite an experience. I had never seen my first tornadoes ever, so this was quite a show. Saw not one, not two, but three tornadoes striking in Harrington, Kansas. This was one of the third tornado that we saw. We actually got a little bit too close as the storm was really starting to progress. Here's a closer look at it. Definitely a little bit more on the scarier side, but good news, my friend and I got out just in time. This was actually the second tornado we saw that was just to the north of this third tornado we were watching as well. So we had not one but two tornadoes that we're currently watching in our area, but it was quite a day in Kansas, not even just in Wichita, but in Harrington as well, as they had multiple tornadoes reported throughout the area. Here's the initial cell we were chasing earlier this afternoon, and then there's of course that one tornado that we were watching, the second tornado we were watching earlier that afternoon. But good news is that we are not dealing with tornadoes at the moment. We've still been dealing with these glooming skies and rainy conditions throughout the day, and unfortunately that rain is still just not leaving us just yet, as we're going to be seeing more rain arriving for tomorrow. But good news, we're going to be drying out this weekend, and maybe even talking going into next week, upper 80s, and maybe even some more storms to talk about next week as well. But I have more details about what to expect with the forecast coming up later in the show.
KU students not sure what to do with your extra dining dollars? KUJH reporter Sarah McDonough is live at the Union. Sarah, how can students spend that extra money?
The campus cupboard is providing a different way for KU students to spend those extra dining dollars. I talked with the overseer of the cupboard about what students can do. It's the end of the semester and finals week is right around the corner. There still might be one thing on students' minds: what to do with leftover dining dollars. Food for Jayhawks in the campus cupboard has your solution.
At the end of the semester, students are allowed to donate up to $50 of existing dining dollars.
The donation initiative was set up by the Food for Jayhawks program.
We're committed to helping any students, faculty, staff, or KU affiliates access food who may be facing food insecurity or other just basic needs and security, and to ensure that they have a healthy lifestyle. We provide that.
With the donations, the Food for Jayhawks program and the KU campus cupboard will help provide meals for students who are facing food insecurity.
And that will just allow them to have access to food on campus.
KU students can apply for these meals through the Emergency Aid Network, which will open next semester. On the application, students can opt for a meal plan if they are facing food insecurity.
So for one, I think it's just a really good way for students who are able to, to give back into their community, and two, it allows those students who may be facing food insecurity, again, whether that's temporary and ongoing need, to access free meals on campus.
To donate those extra dining dollars, head on over to union.ku.edu/F4J. The deadline to donate is May 13th. Reporting live for KUJH News, I'm Sarah McDonough.
Thanks, Sarah. Coming up after the break,
A Latinx student is breaking barriers at KU.
stay with us.
From your first day walking up the hill to your last walking through the campanile, we've got you covered. SAN connects you to everything KU. Opportunities on and off campus, KU traditions throughout the year, your Jayhawk classmates, and more than 350,000 alumni around the world. SAN is free for all students, so what are you waiting for? Sign up today.
Welcome back to KUJH. A first-generation Latino student is breaking stereotypical norms and inspiring the Latinx community through his musical talents.
Paradigm shift. I mean, every single thing was different, and I was by myself for the first time.
This is Jeremiah Valenzuela, a KU freshman reflecting on his first year of college. A paradigm shift as he describes his first year, especially as a first-generation student.
From like my close social circles, like my parents, my sister, my niece, like none of them have gone to college, and so none of them understand how it works, and none of them understand how you would even prepare for something like that, and I sure did.
Being in the unknown is something Valenzuela agrees many first-gen students face. And as a Latino, he also feels he has a hard time immersing himself in his family's culture.
Coming to college, I really couldn't, I didn't feel like I could just jump in and say, you know, where are my other Latino people?
To Valenzuela, family means everything, especially his family in Panama, and he knows pursuing an education in music would mean everything to them. He also knows pursuing an education in music will inspire students like him to pursue their dreams.
I do hope to spread that message throughout my music as well, because music is just a really, really powerful tool, specifically for communication.
A message Valenzuela wants students to know that it's okay to be yourself even when life may seem impossible.
Whatever is different about you, it's important that you hold that.
Valenzuela's future plans are to continue to study music and to show the world his true talent by representing his family and the Latinx community. Jeremiah's message to first-gen students is to do what will make you happy, even if it is challenging.
KU is teaming up with Love to Smile Dentistry by bringing the dentist right here to campus. Mackenzie Laporte gives us a look at this clinic on wheels.
Yes, Olivia, I got the chance to head down to the mobile clinic, and it is wild how similar it is to actually being in a dentist's office. Let's go take a look.
Love to Smile has created a more convenient and modern way of dental care. This mobile site is a high-tech unit that provides almost everything a dentist's office can.
So we can do pretty much everything on our mobile dental studio that we offer in our offices outside of implants. We can do cleanings, exams, fillings, same-day crowns, Invisalign consultations, some extractions. We do offer emergency same-day visits as well.
This small business started almost 11 years ago and has 3 locations, including Overland Park, Lenexa, and Peculiar, Missouri. In 2019, Love to Smile wanted to make dentistry more available to the public, and that's how Love to Smile on site came about.
Now, with the semester coming to an end and finals on our minds, going to the dentist is the least of our worries. That's why KU's very own Watkins Health Center is teaming up with Love to Smile. They're bringing us their mobile dental site, and that's where students can come on in, sit in the chair, get exams, fillings, and cleanings all in one day.
We definitely, we cherish all of our patients here, and especially students. Like, we know that students are carrying a lot with their class load and being away from their families. So this is something, just with that convenient dental care, we wanted to take one of the barriers out for them. So we're going to bring it to them.
Love to Smile is open to any and all KU students.
To book your appointment with Love to Smile, go to studenthealth.ku.edu/dental services or call 913-491-1200. Back to you, Olivia.
Thank you, Mackenzie. KU Mentoring Plus allows students to explore different career outcomes and industries, get college and career advice, and expand their professional network. I spoke with the director of the Jayhawk Career Network about how the platform can be used. As the spring semester wraps up, there are still ways students can be involved in KU away from the campus. The KU Alumni Association offers a multitude of resources to students and alumni.
One of the things that we do as an association is we want to provide pathways and avenues, conduits where students can directly interact with alumni.
With the next group of seniors making their way to alumni status, the KU Mentoring Plus platform is one way students can interact with alumni. The platform started in 2018, and with thousands of users, it is easy to find a former Jayhawk that shares your career interests.
We've grown it, by 10,000 people in 4 years. And that really speaks to the university and the Jayhawk community wanting to, give back to this place that we care about.
For students, the platform gives them access to many alumni willing to mentor and make connections. And for alumni, the platform offers the ability to help students who seek mentorship.
The mentoring platform will always be there for you. You can use it as a young alum in the same ways that you were using it as a student to try to network with other alumni.
To sign up for KU Mentoring Plus, you can go to mentoring.ku.edu and join the growing Jayhawk network. This has been Olivia Acree for KUJH News. KU has over 300,000 living alumni across the globe, and KU Mentoring Plus has created a platform where current students can directly interact with these former Jayhawks. And coming up after the break, Halen Wilhite has the forecast for the rest of the week.
You may not hear it at first, but it's there. Our chant, rising. On this summit, callings converge, voices unify into a chorus that sounds out for good, for greatness. Can you hear it?
Welcome back. I think we can all agree we are over the rain.
Halen, when can we expect to see this rain clear up?
Well, unfortunately, we're going to have to deal with at least maybe one more day of some rain showers here in Lawrence. But looking ahead in this weekend, we are going to hope to dry things out a little bit. But temperatures across the region have been only in those 50s. So far, it's 50 degrees in Lawrence and 50 in Omaha and 50 in Wichita as well. Been kind of dreary and chilly out there. I know earlier I had to switch out from a rain jacket to a light coat out there because it felt so chilly with that rain and a little bit of that wind out there as well. But it's just this entire system that continues to dump quite a bit of rain here in the Lawrence area, but this system will continue to move a little bit off to the northeast. We'll see a little bit more of this back end start to move in back. We did see a little bit of a break, or at least we are going to be expecting a little bit of a break in between, but still going to be seeing those showers continue for the rest of this evening, even going far into Thursday as well. But so far have already racked up almost an inch of rain across the region. But and here's a look at that hourly look so far. Again, dealing with those temperatures dipping down into those mid to lower 50s, and still dealing with those constant and numerous rain showers for the next several of hours. But also too, can't rule out hearing a couple rumbles of thunder, as we'll still deal with at least the backside of the system, where they might have a little bit more of that convective, a little bit more convective initiation. So that's why we may be seeing a little bit more of that lightning and thunder later on. But temperatures should be bottoming out in those mid to lower 50s this evening, with again that chance of precipitation still at 80%. Here's a look at that futurecast again, so just this can't get away from these rain showers, although we will get a little bit of a break in between some hours on Thursday, especially in those afternoon hours, but still going to be dealing with those rain showers. Back at it again for Thursday night, but still going to be just, again, dealing with those rain shower on and off rain showers, so you definitely want to have that umbrella still in hand, as temperatures are still going to be in those mid 60s, or at least a little bit warmer in those mid 60s, but again, those numerous on and off showers are still going to be continuing. Now, looking ahead for the next couple of days, we are hoping to dry out for the weekend, but going into next week, we do have a little bit more of some things we got to talk about. So we're keeping a close eye, especially Sunday through Tuesday, as we're seeing quite a bit of some convective available potential energy, or what we call a CAPE, seeing a potential, got some ingredients there for the potential for strong to severe thunderstorms going into next Sunday and Monday, but still not quite sure about this forecast just yet, as we still got to get some more data models getting in there, but certainly can still say at least about a 20% for each of those days, especially during the weekend and going into Monday. But check out these temperatures. We got temperatures climbing into those mid to upper 80s, especially going into finals week. But to stop things off for the semester for stop day, we got a high of 67 degrees. Still maybe seeing a lingering shower or two in those early morning hours, but definitely a nice way to end things off this semester.
Coming up, how does Kansas athletics feel about the hiring of Travis Goff after his first full year at KU?
Find out after the break.
National champions deserve a clean campus. Don't wait for other Jayhawks to pick up your mess. Keep the University of Kansas clean.
Welcome back to KUJH.
Now let's send it over to Andrew Lind, who explains how two people in Kansas athletics have overcome adversity, plus Learn what the KU Barnstorming Tour is and what their recent successes have looked like. Andrew?
Yeah, Olivia, we start with a story about Kansas's Director of Athletics, Travis Goff, who has quite the long list of results after year one on the job. Sam Lance tells us what some of his accomplishments look like and explain the type of impact Goff has had on the program.
It's been just over a year since Travis Goff was hired as Director of Athletics for the University of Kansas. At that time, Goff expressed his love for the university and drive to make the department great. Now, he's seen his hard work turn into results on the field. Under Travis Goff's watchful eye, Kansas football had a 3-win season and beat Texas on the road for the first time in school history. Kansas volleyball also made a Sweet 16 appearance, and Kansas women's basketball made the NCAA tournament for the first time since 2013. On top of all of that, to end the year, Travis Goff got to watch the Kansas men's basketball team cut down the nets and win a national title.
They'll forever go down in history. I'm so happy for our fan base, but most importantly, I'm so happy for the young men in this program, Coach Selfie's incredible staff. It's a great day to be a Jayhawk.
One person who has worked closely with Goff since his hiring, Deputy Athletics Director for External Affairs and Revenue Generation Jason Booker, commented on Goff's impact in the department.
I think the one thing I've appreciated about Travis's approach is his ability to bring people together in a collaborative effort. So he is not one that makes decisions in a vacuum. He's somebody who wants and seeks advice and information.
That's why Booker thinks the future of the athletic department is in good hands.
What I'm excited about is I think that we want to, become a model in the conference and nationally for a program that somebody looks at and says across the board they are highly competitive in every sport that they compete in. So I think that's what I'm most excited about.
Now, with 1 year under his belt, Goff and his team look to aim their sights high for year two. Since last July, the NCAA's name, image, and likeness policy has benefited athletes in more ways than just generating personal revenue. Reese Dunker is live at Wagnon Student Athlete Pavilion to explain how the Kansas men's basketball team is using NIL to their advantage.
Thanks, Andrew. The Kansas men's basketball team recently began their barnstorming tour, traveling all over the state of Kansas, showing off their national title. The players were able to financially capitalize thanks to the new name, image, and likeness rules recently passed by the NCAA. The first stop was at Wichita East Gym with a sold-out crowd. Frederick Creighton, the school's athletic coordinator, hopes that aspiring college basketball players in the crowd saw this as an opportunity because of hard work on and off the court.
Also would say, it's not all about basketball. You go to school, a 2-year school or, 4-year school to graduate. I mean, that's the main.
I gotta restart.
I mean, if you're able to play ball along the way, then that's an extra bonus for you.
Thanks, Reese. The tour continues on Friday at Rockhurst in Kansas City. Now, in honor of Mental Health Awareness Month, Maya Peterson met with a KU track athlete who suffered a torn meniscus and spoke about the toll that college athletics can have on mental health.
Many know the saying, a minor setback for a major comeback. But there are hurdles and challenges one must face in order to overcome setbacks. KU Track's Ashley Wallace shares her journey from the transfer portal to injury and mental health.
Trying to do things to get back right. I'm trying to have a positive mindset and getting back right so I can run and compete. And it was definitely tough. You try to make sure that you're not like down and reflecting on the past. She wants you to be better each time and, working on whatever needs to be worked on.
I feel like I'm one way at the track, which is a coach, and my job is to get you to run fast and get you, help you to get better. As a student athlete, you also have things that you go through and struggles and ups and downs. And I want the athletes to know that I'm there for them.
It takes more than a coach.
Be willing to use your resources and, being able to be vulnerable, because that's just what it takes sometimes. You just have to be able to open up and not be afraid and bottle it all in.
We try to be very intentional on creating that opportunity for conversation. It's pretty widely known that mental health is a major stigma in general, even more so in our communities of color. And so we try to have conversations directly to that.
A community equipped to help you.
looking at mental health as not just something that is looked at in more the clinical role, and that the counselors talk about that, but it's more in the day-to-day life of mental health is everybody's concern.
From start to finish, Ashley has stayed resilient and motivated.
It is a minor setback, but it's going to equivalent to a greater comeback.
For KUJH Sports, I'm Maya Peterson.
Ashley Wallace looks to qualify for nationals in the 4x1 relays at the end of this month. She has registered multiple personal records in this year's outdoor season and has qualified for the Big 12 Conference Championship in the 100-meter hurdles. That's a look at sports. Now let's send it over to Johan and Olivia, who explained last weekend's drag showcase.
Thanks, Andrew. The union put on a drag showcase over the weekend after having the event outside last year due to COVID precautions.
Anna Dennison was there to watch the performances and see why the event is a campus favorite.
SUA and the Center for Sexuality and Gender Diversity hosted a drag show at the Union on Saturday. The event was free to students and $5 for the general public. Proceeds benefited Trans Closet, a community resource here on campus.
The drag show is where people come and perform and dress up and do some really awesome makeup actually, and just own the stage, and it's so awesome.
There was a Pride event that featured resources on campus and a meet and greet before the show and performances to follow.
The showcase hosted 15 performers in the Grand Ballroom here at the Union. Performers included local drag queens and even some KU students.
The campus favorite event was welcoming to all students but wanted to provide a safe and fun space for queer students.
It was a lot of fun last year, and it's fun to come and see all the people that come out because it tends to be a lot of queer students. So it's a really accepting environment, and I feel really good about myself.
The month of April is referred to as Gapril and is a month-long celebration of LGBTQ students at KU. The drag showcase served as the closing event.
I think it's important that the union does these type of things just because it really just shows that we care about diversity, we care about inclusion, and we're just putting on fun, exciting events for the students here to bring everyone together.
For KUJH, I'm Anna Dennison.
What a great way for SUA to close out the semester with some fun.
Thank you for watching KUJH. This is our last show of the semester, but we will return with new faces in the fall.
For more coverage, be sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter and to visit our website at tv.ku.edu.
As my time at KU comes to an end, I want to say thank you to everyone for tuning in each week. Being a part of the KUJH News team has been the perfect ending to my college experience.
I agree. Being a part of KUJH will be a memory I will never forget. The J School has provided me with endless opportunities I'm forever will be grateful for.
One last time, thank you for watching KUJH News. I'm Olivia Acree.
And I'm Johan Marin. Have a great evening.
Yeah.